Hi everyone, welcome to the Libero Network. My name is Robin Baker, and today we're going to be talking about establishing a healthy relationship with your exercise and the habits that go along with that. So, just like food, exercise, you can have a very healthy relationship with it, or you can have a very unhealthy relationship with it. And just like food, exercise is very important in keeping your health at a good level. It keeps you clear mentally. It helps reduce stress. There's so many benefits for exercise. So it's not that you should completely cut out exercise. You need a certain amount of physical activity in your life for just health and well-being. So finding healthy habits to establish a healthy relationship with your exercise is very important, and I'm going to be going over 3 of these healthy habits today. The first healthy habit I want to talk about is taking off your thinking cap with exercise and putting on your feeling cap with exercise. So many times when we listen to media or we read stories about different exercise types or forms, it's usually ranked as either it's a really effective exercise or it's not so effective or it's really good or it's not that good. And most of the time behind that good is it's burning more calories, it makes you sore, it's really hard. And for some of us, that's not really our objective. We want to feel good when we're exercising. So being really aware of when you're hearing these things, and this is the thinking cap, right? Telling you, oh, it's a really good exercise because it burns this amount of calories, I get my heart rate up, and all of the rest. Taking that away and actually tuning into you and how you feel while you're doing the exercise, after the exercise, and being really aware of what's going on in you and getting rid of the thinking portion, the calories burned, the tracking, the Fitbit, all of that stuff, and focusing on how you feel while you're doing the exercise. So establishing this feeling your exercise habit really requires you to tune into and be mindful to you when you're in the moment, when you're exercising, when you're in the class, when you're running, when you're swimming, when you're taking a yoga class, and asking yourself, how do I feel right now? Mentally, physically, emotionally? Do I feel safe emotionally? Do I feel like people are looking at me? Do I feel like I'm comparing myself to other people? How do I feel right now? And then also physically, do I feel exhausted? Is this too hard? Does this hurt? And then after the class, asking yourself the same questions. How do I feel right now? And if there's more negative emotions or feelings physically and mentally than positive, then you might want to look into doing a different class or a different form of exercise. Good and bad exercise is completely different for everybody. You're not going to have the same experience as the person next to you. You are completely unique in your experiences, in your body, and everything about you. And just because someone tells you that's a good exercise because they think it's effective or it burns the most calories or gets your heart rate up the most, doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be good for you. So taking off that thinking cap and putting on that feeling cap is one of the most important habits you can really cultivate in establishing a healthy relationship with exercise. The second healthy habit when you're working on establishing a healthy relationship with your exercise is when you're exercising for stress relief. So I think a lot of us here really like to exercise for stress relief, and that's great. But there is a caveat to this, and I use myself as an example. When I was in my eating disorder and I was compulsively exercising, I was exercising for stress. I was stressed out about my eating disorder, my current situation, my life in general, and I used exercise as a way to numb out those feelings and to escape feeling scared and insecure. And as wonderful as it is to exercise for stress relief, you really want to be mindful as to if you are using exercise to numb out your feelings or if you're using it in a more healthy and productive way. So using exercise to deal with stress in a healthy way looks like this. So here's an example. You're at work. It's a really stressful job, and you have a lunch break where you go take a yoga class. And you go there, you're stressed out, you feel better after you leave, and you're able to go back to the same stressful situation and deal with it in a more productive and more effective and loving way than you would have if you wouldn't have done that activity. So instead of using exercise as a way to numb out from your feelings or escape feeling these negative emotions that might be triggering, you use exercise as a way to work through these uncomfortable emotions and really tap into yourself, and then go back to these either uncomfortable situations or uncomfortable feelings and work through them in a more positive, more loving, and more effective way than you would have without the exercise. The last habit I want to share with you is to have fun with your exercise. Exercise should be fun. You're moving your body. If you're dancing and that dancing is your exercise form and you love it and you're having fun, that's fabulous. That's wonderful. So finding something where you're enjoying yourself is very important. There is a big but to this. So thinking that you like an exercise form because it might help you look a certain way, or you might have your arms be more toned, or it might help you lose weight, is completely different from liking an exercise because of the way it makes you feel. So again, kind of going back to putting on your feeling hat and taking off your thinking cap. Making sure you're liking the exercise for the right reason being it makes you feel good, not because you think it's going to help you look a certain way. So just to recap, the 3 healthy habits to cultivate to establish a healthy relationship with exercise is: number 1, take off your thinking cap and put on your feeling cap. Number 2, when you exercise for stress relief, make sure that you're able to deal with stress in a more effective way as opposed to numbing out from the stress. And number 3, have fun with your exercise and find something that makes you have fun and you have a fun feeling, and be aware and mindful of why you feel that the exercise is fun for you. I hope this was helpful for you, and I will catch you next time. Bye.